Hey friends, welcome back to my reading vlog. So I haven't updated since the last clip. I woke up super early determined to start the book, which I did, but then shortly after that I fell asleep and then I had to run errands and work out and I completely forgot to update. I am reading The Gracier by Kim Liggett, which is one of the books that I want to read this year. I didn't know anything going into this book. I didn't know what it was going to be about. Before I fell asleep, I want to say I got like 19 pages in. And I am currently 44% through, so I am on page 179. Pretty much what's happened so far without giving any spoilers. It's essentially women living in, it seems almost like it's a cult. All of the women are basically living just to please the men in this town. They see the men as gods and women are witches that have power. When they turn 16, they are sent away to the Gracier. They're sent away for a year. When they're there, they're supposed to release all of their power that they have, all the magic that they have. And when they come back, they're supposed to marry the men that picked them to marry them at the age of 16. If they make it back alive, because there's people out there trying to kill them, which are the poachers. This book is really, really good. I'm enjoying it so far. I want to see what happens to a few of the characters in this book. There's some characters that I like, some that I don't like, but they're all kind of making me feel something. So, I mean, whether I like them or not, they're making me feel something. It's a really good book. I also wanted to do a reading journal, but listen, I want to work out. I want to read more books. I am a mother and I want to be present in my son's life. I don't have time, and as much as I want to, I don't think that I could sit down and actually fill out a journal, make it all cute, buy a journal kind of like design decorated on my own, because I think that that's going to take too much time. So I'm starting it on Canva, and I was thinking about putting together a binder as my reading journal. And so far, I mean, I'm liking the idea so far, and that's what I've been working on. And then I'll show you guys when I have it all together at the end. But I am really wanting to keep track of the books that I read this year, as well as like little reviews, little summaries of the book, because then I forget what the book was about. If I didn't really care for it, I'll forget what the book was about, and I forgot that I read it. So I want to put together that little reading binder for myself to see in the future and just reference it back, which would be really nice. I know you can also do it digitally, but something about having like a physical copy, something to hold in your hands and look at it and maybe doodle every now and then when I have time, seems pretty fun, and I think it'll motivate me to keep wanting to read more books. I could fill it all out. So yeah, that's where I'm at right now. I want to show you. I do want to show you what I have so far. Okay, so this is kind of what I put together in Canva. I took one of the templates and I kind of just put this together. So I have that. I'm still working on it, so that's not the finished thing. And then I want to do the front page where I have like where I'm going to split the months. I want to put the books that I read. So I'm kind of trying to lay this out. It's not complete yet, but this is where I'm at right now. I'm working on that in between of editing some videos and also reading this book. So I'm gonna go take a quick shower because it is now about almost 7:30. So I'm gonna go take a quick shower and then I'm gonna continue reading this book that I am enjoying so much. I recommend it. So far I'm recommending it. It's gonna be high up there in my ratings. I know it, I feel it, I like it so far. The first read of 2024. I'm enjoying it so far. I'll give you guys an update once I get more into the book. It's now the next day. It's my first day back at work since winter break, and it's going well so far. So I'm still reading The Gracier. I was able to get some reading done yesterday, and I'm enjoying the book so far. It's actually really good. I didn't want to put it down, but also I had to go to sleep. So I'm on page 205, so that's 50% through the book. I'm hoping to finish it within the next day or two. Not much to update. It's giving me a little bit of a My Best Friend's Exorcist type of vibe, and I think it's more because of what's going on in the book, which I don't really want to say because I don't want to spoil the book, but it's giving that type of vibe because of like the magic that's going on, or not magic, or just certain events. But I want to find out what happens to some characters. There's some characters that I don't like, and there's characters that obviously I'm rooting for, but the characters that I don't like, I want to know what happens to them. So I hope that they get something. I hope something happens because they're not very likable, and I'm not really, I don't know. But I'm gonna keep reading. I'm on my lunch break, so I'm in my car. I'm gonna eat my little sandwich and read my book. actually finished The Grace Year, and I absolutely loved that book so much. It surprised me. The ending made me cry, and I just got chills everywhere, and it was a really good read. I do recommend it. There's a quote in the front where it says, "Survive together or die alone." And that quote had a completely different meaning than what I thought it was gonna be when I first started reading the book. So I enjoyed it so much. I finished it in about a week. It was so good. I keep saying that, but it was so good. I gave that one about a 4.5. I think it might even be a 5-star. I'm just kind of still thinking about it. Every day I think about it. I hear Willow by Taylor Swift and I think of that book. It was a really good experience. I really enjoyed that book. After that book, I started my reread of Crescent City, House of Earth and Blood, and I finished it going to the gym, listening to that book, cleaning my house, making dinner. I enjoyed all of those things that I had to do, my to-do list. I enjoyed cleaning, I enjoyed doing laundry, I enjoyed cooking. I enjoyed all of that because of that book. I was always listening to it and I loved it so much. I think I even loved it even more the second time around. It made me cry, it made me laugh. Like, even though I've already read it and I know what was gonna happen, the reread was really nice because I knew what was gonna happen. I still got surprised at some parts because I forgot some stuff. I enjoyed it more because I have already kind of know what the plot twists are and stuff like that. And so I wasn't super anxious and I wasn't just nervous reading the book. I was able to enjoy it. I finished that book while I was at the gym, and I'll insert the clip here. Hey guys. So I just completed my workout and I am in tears because I'm listening to an audiobook while I work out, and I've read the book before, and so this is like a reread of the book, and it just has me in tears. And I can't stop laughing because I want to cry and laugh. And how can a book make you feel so much? I don't even want to think about the book right now. While I was listening to Crescent City, I was also reading a book for my book club called Never Never by Colleen Hoover. It took me a little bit longer to finish, but I enjoyed it. Basically, two kids that are in high school and they lose their memory and they don't know what's going on. There's a certain amount of time that goes by and then they lose their memory again. They're trying to figure out why they're losing their memory and what happened, what got them there to that point. And I'm gonna say, okay, I enjoyed the book. I felt like some parts were kind of dragged on a little bit, but I enjoyed it. That one is probably more of a 3-star rating. I really enjoyed the ending of it though. The ending was giving, you just have to read it. I don't want to spoil it, but I love the ending, which was the epilogue. It was good. I liked that part. While I was reading that one, I also started Crescent City, House of Sky and Breath, and that was a reread as well. I started listening to that one also while I was in the gym, cleaning, all of that stuff, and I'm almost done with the book. I have about 2.5-3 hours left, so I have to go make some dinner right now. And yeah, I'm gonna continue it. I'm probably gonna finish it today. Today's January 31st, so if I do finish my reread today, I can say that I read 4 books, or I went through 4 books in the month of January, which I think I am gonna finish it. So I'm gonna go get started on my dinner. And wow, something about Crescent City, something about Sarah J. Maas and how she writes, she really motivates me to go to the gym. And I'm listening to those audiobooks while I'm in the gym, while I'm running on the treadmill, while I'm lifting my weights. And I'm loving it so much. I got to a point, again, I've read this one already, so I know what's gonna happen, but there's still parts. I just appreciate it so much more because I can now see or pay attention to little details that I might have missed the first time around, and I'm in love. I'm just loving it. I love Crescent City. I absolutely love Crescent City. So with that said, I'm gonna finish that book today and I'm gonna go get started on the dinner, and I'll give you guys an update when I finish the book. Welcome back to another day. I finished Crescent City, House of Sky and Breath yesterday. I loved it so much. It's crazy how I've already read that book and I'm just still so in love with it, and I still have so much emotion for it. I feel like Crescent City is gonna be a comfort read for me. I don't know, I really don't know what it is about Crescent City and why I love it so much. Like, I mean, obviously there's reasons for it, but like, why do I love it so much? I don't know. I know a lot of people say it's really slow, but I love it. I really love learning about the world and learning about the characters and stuff. Definitely think that Crescent City is going to be a book that or a series that I probably revisit a few times, and it's very comforting for me. Let me get this closer here. In case you guys are wondering why the lights are off and why I'm wearing this, my son said to wear this because it made me look beautiful like a queen. So here I am wearing it, and then he said that the lighting is better without the lights on. So I turned off the lights and put on my fairy lights in the back. This video is directed by my little boy, Vinny. In the month of January, I was able to finish 2 physical book reads. Well, digital books, because I didn't have a physical copy of the book. I read them on my Kindle. And also, one of the books I borrowed from the library, like digitally borrowed it from the library. The other books that I revisited this month was my favorite, Crescent City. This one in audiobook. The first time I read it, I actually read it. This big old book. And also this one here, look at them. I read it the first time around, and so the second time I just wanted to listen to it, and I loved it. I don't regret it at all. I love it so much. My feelings for these books still hold. Also, look what I have. I got a copy of it and I'm just so happy. Look at, I'm running out of breath. I'm so excited. Look at these beautiful books together. Oh, they're heavy. Beautiful. I'm not going to read Crescent City 3 just yet because I really want to get through Throne of Glass. So I'm going to start those books very, very soon. Anyways, back to the January wrap-up. I got all excited about these books. Back to January wrap-up. In January, I read a total of 2 books and reread or listened to 2 audiobooks. The first book that I read was The Gracier, and that book, I might just say it, that's probably a 5-star for me. Let's just go for it. Why not? 5 stars for that book. I love it so, so much. I still think about it. Even though we're at the end of the month, I still think about that book. The second book that I read was Never Never by Colleen Hoover. That one was for my book club. I'm gonna stay at a 3 for that book. It was good. It was good. It's just, I feel like it took me a long time to read it. I just wanted to know what was going to happen already. I just wanted to know, but I wasn't too invested. But I wanted to know what was happening. But it just wasn't one of my favorite books that I read. I'm happy to say that I read the book. It wasn't one of my favorites, but it was good. And Crescent City, of course. In January, I didn't get much reading done, and I want to start reading again. So I'm going to try and read a little bit more in February. I already have a few books picked out for February. I want to start on the Lynn Painter books and also Assassin's Blade, which is from the Throne of Glass series. So I want to start those in February because my birthday is in March, and I want to reward myself after I read all of the Throne of Glass books. I'm reading the 3rd book of Sarah J. Maas. I'm almost kind of scared to read it because then that means I'm going to have to wait a whole another year, 2 years until the 4th one comes out. So I'm actually really nervous to read it and finish it. But this is a book that I want to take my time reading because I love it so much. So I want to wait until I have a break from work where we go either on spring break, or because spring break is around my birthday. So I'm thinking it's just going to work out. So I'm going to motivate myself to finish Throne of Glass. I know I'm going to love it. It's just intimidating because there's so many books in that series, but I know I'm going to love it. So I'm keep thinking, okay, I'm going to reward myself with Crescent City 3, House of Flame and Shadow, when I finish those books. With that said, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate you guys. This month, I've been doing a lot more of my fitness vlogs, and I'm having so much fun doing my reading vlogs. I love it so, so much. I want to thank you guys so much for clicking on this video. I want to thank you guys for watching and joining me and subscribing to my channel, liking my videos, sending me comments. If you have any good book recommendations, please let me know down below. I would love to hear them. Let me know if you read any of these books as well. But please, 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 I'm begging you, no spoilers for Crescent City if you've already read that book. Again, guys, thank you so much for joining me today, and I will see you guys very soon on the next one.